Hi,
Hello, how you doing, love?
I'm good. How are you?
We're all
Doing
right.
awesome.
I love your wife, by the way. I just have to tell you that.
Oh, she's around here. I'm gonna get her to come in. If I see her, I'll tell her to come and say
I
hi.
interviewed her yesterday. I really love her.
Oh, that's what.
In any case, so I don't want to take up like a lot of your time, but how did the two of you hook up? How did you meet ZIEME? How did that happen?
Well, I have a business partner named Mickey Benson, who he's been helping me throughout my whole career. He's from New York, the South Bronx, and he had found this group named 5L, which ZIEME was a member of. I'm into talent, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to find somebody that could sing, but I wanted to find a soloist. And then Mickey said, hey, well, look, you know what, ZIEME, the group is disbanded, but ZIEME is here. And I'm like, does he have that falsetto? And he goes, yeah, that's the one who sings high. And I'm like, oh yeah, so we got to talk. So I met with ZIEME. He was so humble, so cool, very professional for a young man. And, we messed with new music and stuff. But then I said, I got a pet project. I want you to remake some oldies. And you have to really be able to sing. And there's a whole bunch of different ranges and stuff. And he killed it. I mean, he sings every vocal on these songs. So that's where we are today, with this project.
I actually heard the album, and it's really, really spot on, really. And
Thank you.
you're super talented.
Thank
I mean,
you.
like
Thank you
super
very much.
talented. Now, the thing is, you have a unique voice, Eileen, really unique. And
Thank you.
it's beautiful. It's sexy. It's salacious. It's just everything that it needs to be.
Keep on.
Keep on going. Keep it coming now.
Don't worry. It'll absolutely be in my review. I promise. So the thing is, a lot of people your age have never even heard these songs. I mean, ever. So you're like reinventing them.
Yeah.
But like, do you think they're going to catch on as they did when they did?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, I guess it all really depends how they connect with me as well, and how I perform that record. I wanted to perform it in a way where people can really feel that same feeling that our parents felt, or our parents' felt. So when I'm singing it, I'm really trying to go back into that visual of the 70s and where love was really still activated, and hopefully the people that still got hearts today within all of this stuff that's going on, they'll gravitate to that.
You know what? I think that they will, because it's kind of new. You kind of did different versions of the songs, because I remember those songs. So,
right.
And, yeah.
And when you listen to them, they give you a vibe. The whole album gives you a dope vibe. February 14th is going to be a nice, straight listen through album, but it's smooth.
And one thing, when we did the record, that record is not only a record, it's really a demonstration. It was a way of saying, I want to demonstrate his range. And ZIEME sings every vocal on those records, the background vocals, the harmonies. It's only one singer. So a lot of those songs were made with 3 and 4 singers. So that's a trick too, to be able to sing the entire song, the whole record by yourself.
Yeah. So back when you started recording, all right, even your metal stuff, which is so amazing. If we had the technology that we have now, would you have done something different?
No, I mean, I just did what was happening, what my capabilities. Like when I first decided to try to do rock and roll, I didn't think I could sing. Like I'm not a singer. But then I looked at rock and roll and like, well, who the fuck can sing in rock and roll? You know what I'm saying? And I knew I wasn't going to do Journey or anything like that. So, at that time, the hardcore metal was coming out and the guys were doing the Cookie Monster. So I'm like, I could do better than that, So I tried to model my vocal delivery like around like Tom Araya, Slayer, where it's a shout, but if you can hear it, you understand what it's doing. And I was surrounded by a bunch of great musicians. The reason I made Body Count was not so I could sing, was so my friends could play their instruments. So the reason I'm working with ZIEME is because he needs to be heard. It's not like, oh, I want to get into business, I want to make some money. No, you sing so good, you need to be heard. And that's what I like to work with. I like to work with people that got raw talent that needs to be heard or seen or whatever, you know?
Well, the fact that he's cute doesn't hurt either, does it?
Thank you.
So, Zaim, what would be your ultimate stage fantasy? And then I want to know what yours was already, if you've had one.
My ultimate stage fantasy.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
I mean, it's your fantasy. You can do anything you want to. Anything.
Do you up on a stage or just period? My fantasy.
No, on the
period.
stage. You know what? You can tell me anything you want, off or on. I don't care.
Okay. How about I don't know. I can't really say. It's
What would be your stage fantasy? Like performing the Super Bowl? What would be the ultimate?
something like that. Okay, probably.
Yeah.
I would
Being on stage
definitely
with
love to do a
somebody?
Super Bowl. Super Bowl would be dope. I'll definitely order. Yeah, I'll do the Super Bowl.
I think I have a
You know.
feeling we'll see you there next year.
Hey,
And
thank you.
Ice-T,
I hope so.
yeah. And Ice-T, what's your stage? What did you have a stage fantasy yet? Are you still looking for one?
I don't know. That's a strange question, you know. I don't know. I mean, I've kind of done everything I ever wanted to do, you know, like perform with different artists. I guess maybe one day maybe you've been on stage with Prince, somebody like that, because I idolize Prince. And you know, I've been in front of super large crowds and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think my fantasy was just to be in the game. Like I just wanted to be a rapper, like mentioned amongst the rappers, you know, coming from nowhere and trying to be in the game. And that's a big thing. So I think even for ZIEME, just to be mentioned amongst the artists, that when you name artists, say, yeah, what about him? You know, just to get in the game. That's usually the first fantasy.
That's really it. Yeah, that's the first fantasy, honestly. Because like you said, I've also been on a lot of stages and shared a lot of stages with legends. And that question, like you said, is strange. I never thought about, if it wasn't singing, I'd probably dive into the crowd, you know what I'm saying, in my drawers, you know. But
I want to be at that concert.
But it's somewhere like that if I was to go crazy. But other than that, like I said, just to be in the game and be named amongst those names, you know, that's enough for me. You know? Now,
Ice-T, you've had like the longest career in history, and throughout your career, you've been like super, super famous. I mean, you never lost it. There was never a time where there was no Ice-T. What advice would you give ZIEME so that he follows in your footsteps?
Never stop hustling. Like it doesn't, you don't relax. And when you are winning, that's when you push. Like when you really at your top, that's when you push. You don't let it slack off. You know what I'm saying? And also take advantage of all opportunities that come to you. You know, maybe you can act, you know, maybe you could do this. Just don't be afraid to diversify yourself. Like we're artists. So you don't just take advantage of being artistic. You know what I'm saying? I would have never thought I could act, you know, but I was able to, I found that part of myself. So don't be afraid. You know, you can sing. That's one thing you can do, but you could probably also write. You can probably also write scripts. So just diversify. And
that's exactly what I do too.
Yeah, you never know. You never know what. One of my mottos is you don't guide life, you ride life. So none of us are where we thought we would be. We all are somewhere other than we thought where we were going to be. But you have to be willing to take those opportunities, and when they come, apply yourself to the fullest. And you never know what could happen.
You're right. You're right. If you
that's ice cold.
Yeah.
Eileen.
So ZIEME, are you ready to do that? Because
I'm ready, baby. I'm so ready. I'm so ready. Yes.
Why did you decide you wanted to be a singer in the first place? I mean, the music industry is a little bit hard.
I mean, like I said, I got so many different hats. You know, I sing, I write, I act. I love acting. Like, I do a lot of different things, and so singing is in my family and my blood. You know, I'm from a legendary group line of Foursome D's, and you know, it's around my family. My mother sings, everyone sings. It was destined to be. But the fact that I linked up with an OG, it just puts it in a whole nother perspective of how we're moving it. You know.
And you know one thing, I don't think you can decide you want to sing. You either can sing or you can't. It's a gift.
Right.
You know, if I decided I wanted to sing, ain't no way I'm gonna end up sounding like him. I could want to sing like that forever, but there's no way that's gonna happen. So that's a talent that you either have or you don't. You know, and he's tuned his talent. He's very fortunate to have a voice like that. I'm worried. I told him, don't catch COVID. It's all over. You guys.
Yeah. For sure.
Eileen, thank you so much. Everybody, Fan Room Live, thanks to Ice.